Alright, second game now of Foggy versus Lawliet. Both of them going for an exact mirror again on Terenas Stand here. Both going for the expansion creep first. I actually wasn't aware that this was a thing in Night of Mirror here, apparently it is. Apparently they found out that it's better than creeping this first. And they're both just going for it without knowing what the other one is doing. So they are also confident in being able to defend against an early push, even if they creep this first. So it's safer and better to take than this, it seems like. I think Goblin Lab and Green Spot here for level 2 is still fine compared to expansion creep first, if you then move your Ancient 4 over here to creep this as well. The thing with that is though, you won't be able to use your Ancient 4 for any production really. So what you want to do instead is creep those two here and then let it produce archers. Oftentimes in Night of Mirror you see that they want to go for a lot of archers like last game as well. So you would kind of be screwed by moving Ancient 4 over here as well and using it to creep this too, because if the other guy creeps the expansion spell instead, he gets his archer production going a lot earlier. And if it's not archer production, you at least want to go into hunter's production, I guess. So it seems like this is really quite a nice thing to do. Both pulling the wisps here, and well, they definitely both know how to do the lightning shield trick properly, I guess. Which is quite important for this spot. Lawliet's still moving his tree while Foggy is starting this already. Gets a lightning shield, and it's beautiful what he has done here. That's quite important itself actually. Let's see if Lawliet didn't do it. Lawliet gets a lightning shield on those 4 creeps here and not on the Renegade Wizard. What Foggy did is he triggered the Renegade Wizard to cast the lightning shield on the archer. And then as soon as that happened, all the Renegade Wizard wants to do is cast Lightning Shield on Archer, and only then will he do something else again. So, as soon as the Renegade Wizard wants to cast Lightning Shield, he pulls his Archer back to lure the Renegade Wizard closer to these 2 level 5 bandits to make sure that he can damage the bandits, or the rogues, or whatever you call them, and the Renegade Wizard at the same time with the Lightning Shield. Lawliet had it really well done as well, though he got damage on 4 units at the same time with Lightning Shield, that's fine, so it's fine as well. Forgot to pick up a tome here, Foggy, and I guess he really just forgot about it because there's really no good reason to not pick this one up if he's right in front of it. Because +2 agility, this is 2/3 of a Slippers of Agility, which is quite a lot. Slippers of Agility is crazy strong for those agility heroes here, so I guess he really just forgot about picking it up. And Foggy going for that early expansion together with the Hunter Cell, and no Archer protection, he wants to go into Hunter's protection, while Lawliet is attacking.
A town is under siege.
So this is not a complete mirror at all. Both of them, neither of them, I mean, got an experience tome. Lawliet gets the Scourge Bone Chimes, which is not that great for early game, it's kind of nice for creeping, I guess. But for later on, it's only nice if he goes into bears, and even then it's maybe actually worth selling it. Unless it's gonna be mass bear mirror, which could be a thing, since Foggy's going into Hunter's Hall play as well. And we actually see the stuff of the reputation here. To cancel that Tree of Life, Foggy knows that he can't keep alive, instantly cancels it, so his tech is late. There's still no Tree of Life. Beautiful answer by Lawliet, although it enables Foggy to harass here a little bit. But Foggy only having a level 2.5 Demon Hunter against a level 3 Demon Hunter with quite nice items. And Foggy here has that Bell of Giant Strength, which isn't really that great. I mean, it's some nice HP, but for a second and third hero, he's gonna get Intelligence heroes usually. So it's not the best.
A town is under siege.
Also really well done by Lawliet. With this base build, hiding the Archer here, Foggy won't be able to get out of that base, so he's pretty much stuck in here, he can't do anything, while Lawliet can just deal— oh no way! Lawliet can just deal a lot of economy damage, but beautiful play by Foggy as well. Foggy does something similar, traps the Demon Hunter inside here, and Foggy actually managed to get out of here, I guess by using the Goblin Lab reveal with the Archer, maybe? Yeah, probably. Lawliet doing the same here, he has something done here to use a Goblin Lab reveal, but he has to use 3 or 4 reveals to get rid of the Huntress, which is absolutely not worth the gold, really. So at this point, he's just waiting for the Staff of Teleportation to be ready again, I guess. He can just Staff of Teleport here again, yeah, and he wants to do so probably, to cancel the Tree of Life again. Already on tier 2, Gang has tier 3 tech going already. Foggy scouting for expansion as well. And there's the Staff of Teleport on the Wisp, cancels the Tree of Life again, so no chance for Foggy to really get this up. So he's just a little bit behind. Hunter's Hall as well for Lawliet, so it will be Dry Bear Mirror, most likely at least. With Foggy trying to get an expansion up later on, I guess. Maybe we'll just go into Dry Heavy play to try to get that expansion up. We'll have to find out. And Lawliet still wants to bother some Wisps here. Can't do all too much here though, although he's getting rid of a lot of Moonwell shoes. And Foggy keeps him in there, doesn't want to let him get out of the base. Can now just pull all of his Wisps out of the base so they don't get damaged anymore. And also beautiful with base build to be able to block it like this. And there's no staff ready, so Lawliet Team Hunter is in kind of some trouble here. Especially if the Keeper comes in time to cancel that staff, although I think that's not going to happen. If he Shadow Mounts the Archer, there's gonna be reveal anyway, and he also wants the DPS from the Archer against the Demon Hunter. Because then he might actually be able to not get the Staff of Teleportation time. And nice play by Foggy here, trying to get this with the Goblin Shredder, but he actually messes it up. Gets Renegade Wizard, but loses the Shredder in the process, which is a really big deal. Staff is ready now, but it's not in time. He has to pull the TP. He tries the Staff. He doesn't have to pull the TP. Evasion saved him. Foggy missed that one hit, and he needed 2 hits in total still to finish him off, but missed the first hit of those 2 hits. So Lawliet actually manages to Staff out of there. Even though it was quite risky, he could have still pulled this Town Portal in time. And Foggy losing that Shredder, that's 375 gold, 100 lumber and 4 supply, so that's quite a big deal. While Lawliet has the Shredder going for him already, getting a nice lumber income, and also he can later on use it for fighting. Neither of the players trying to go for expansion at this point. And the Shredder is also not ready again, so really Foggy's lumber economy is just really screwed. And also using a Shredder later on for fighting is not going to be a thing. Lawliet throughout this whole game kept the Scourge Bone Champs. He wants them for that Bear Mirror because they're mainly going to fight with bears only anyway. And just sold his Staff of Teleportation, doesn't really need that anymore. And Sonic is saying it here, like, you basically need 10 Wisps, which is 10 supply, to have a proper lumber income, while for Shredder you only need 4 supply.
A player's forces are under
so that's really quite a big deal. That's a 6 supply difference, and also quite a big gold difference, of course. Lawliet though, no second hero yet. Which is really quite weird actually. He's just going for a lot of bears for now. Getting a high Demon Hunter level. It seems like Lawliet wants to try to go for level 6 Demon Hunter earlier. Get his second hero really late, or maybe not at all. And just get level 6 Demon Hunter early to win the game with that. Now needs to TP out of this though, he was a bit too greedy. Gets caught by the Dryads and Keeper. So he loses TP here. And Lawliet has the Zeppelin here, he wants to go for Zeppelin lane. And Foggy built 2 Dryads instead of bears, he has no bears yet, so you can't really just go for his opponent's base to try to trade. Lawliet would trade a lot better. And Foggy just wants to creep more with the map presence he has at the moment. Still doesn't try to get an expansion up though, he doesn't really dare to. Gets an Ancient of Wind now. That could be for a Fairy Dragon.
Player's forces are under attack.
Or maybe he's actually aware of the Zeppelin harass incoming and wants to get a Hippogriff. Just in case. Cancels the Ancient of Wind though, because he sees that Lawliet is still not moving around with Zeppelin, but rather with his whole army here. So he doesn't really need the Hippogriff. Got another slippers on his Demon Hunter, so he has double slippers. That's quite good. It's basically a boots of Quell for last, just that it takes one more item slot. But the thing for Lawliet is no safety items for his hero, no second hero, no Orb of Venom. He's just investing all the gold he has into bears and nothing else, but pretty much. 1-1 upgrade so far for his bears, getting to 2-1, while there's 0-0 for Lawliet. Foggy, that is, I mean. Sorry. And
A player's forces
Foggy
are
now is
under
stacking
attack.
up on units as well. The big difference between the two here is Lawliet has 4 supply in the Shredder, which is basically his whole lumber economy. And all of the rest of his supply he has in bears. This one's actually stuck here. I hope he realizes that in time. So he just has a ton of bears, while Foggy has more supply in wisps. He has more supply in archer and huntresses. That's 8 supply here. He has at least 2 or 3 more supply in wisp. He has... Actually, no. It's not the case. Foggy has 3 more wisps. And Lawliet has the shredder, so Lawliet actually has 1 more supply looking at economy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Or does the shredder count as economy supply as well? Actually seems like it. Yeah, the shredder counts as economy supply as well. Never mind then. Yep, it does. Because there's no additional 5 wisps on the map. There's only this one and the 5 gold wisps and the shredder here. So shredder does count into the dead supply count here. Apparently it doesn't anymore. Because it stopped mining. Now it counts as armor supply. It's really cool. I didn't know it worked like that. That's really awesome. It's actually dynamic. It like adapts to what is the case right now. So Foggy in fact has 7 more supply in economy. And also 8 more supply in archer and huntresses, and another 6 supply in riots, which is not really worth so much, and another 2 supply in hippogriff. So he doesn't have so many bears at all, while Lawliet just has a whole army of bears. And also 1 right now to dispel Entangle. He has to be careful about his hero, but he has so many bears to use rejuvenation with. I think it's really nice that Foggy finished that Ancient of Wind, because 1 Fairy Dragon might actually be worth quite a lot, but he still doesn't go for it. Orb of Venom for both of the players already. Foggy going for the shred right away, it gets staffed out. 1 Malacine being used right away, he just found here. And Foggy chasing the Dryad, he is just not giving a damn. He's chasing the Dryad like hell, he wants to get rid of it. He doesn't want it to dispel, entangle and such things. And also got rid of the Zeppelin already. A Zeppelin would have been quite important for microing. And Foggy can easily run away from this fight because there's no Dryads or Entangle that keeps him in this fight really. The thing though is 50 supply against 47 supply, but if you look at the resources, Lawliet has a lot more. And how many bears he can get for this is just insane. For the moment he's not even getting additional upgrades. I think he should get this right now, but he's not. He has 2-1 so far. Level 5 Demon Hunter against almost level 4 and almost level 3 heroes for Foggy. Both of them breaking upkeep now, but Foggy is actually a little bit behind. And now Foggy basically only has bears as well, except for those 2 Dryads I guess, but Lawliet also going for Dryads now. So Lawliet just has a much bigger army. The oh, no, wait, it was such an insane timing for Lawliet. Foggy was just researching the Moonwell upgrade. Had it basically finished, and the Hunter's Hall died before it actually finished, so his Moonwells don't have an additional 125 maximum mana now, and more importantly, 52% additional mana regeneration. So he has to rebuild the Hunter's Hall to actually get this upgrade. 1-1 on his unit, so Lawliet still has better upgrades. Lawliet has a lot more units. Lawliet probably also has... he doesn't have the Moonwell upgrade because he doesn't even need it at this point. He's not playing defensive. And the fight is breaking out. A move at its best at this point. Demon Hunter of Foggy is in quite some trouble though. And keep in mind there's almost no Moonwell juice. He has a hard time getting back into his fight. All of the bears are pretty much out of mana as well, so no rejuvenation for Foggy's units. And everything is dying for Foggy. Lawliet is losing quite something as well. But looking at the supply, looking at the gold count, Lawliet just has a lot more. And as long as he keeps his hero alive, he should be fine. As long as he's not messing up too much here. Pulls the TP, there we go. But there's still a lot of bears that Foggy can pick off. Maybe with a mana burn? Nope. Only got that one bear. He could have almost gotten two, but not quite. That would have been quite a big deal actually. But still, same supply count. 700 more gold for Lawliet. And still 8 more army supply as well. While having the Shredder as well. So if he heals that one up, he can use it for fighting again. And the one important thing about Lawliet's playstyle here is the goddamn ticking time bomb. It's called Demon Hunter level 6. And if Lawliet actually gets the Demon Hunter level 6, which he will get eventually, he's gonna turn the game around completely if he doesn't win it before that already. And Foggy, you can see it here, he's trying quite a bit, he doesn't even have enough to really heal up properly. His spares are completely out of mana at this point and he has to wait for more to still have enough rejuvenation. Getting that Moonwell upgrade cancelled cost him so much, because his Moonwells would have so much more Moonwell juice at the moment, because it was during nighttime where it got cancelled. And Foggy knows that he's behind. And one good way to come back into a game where you are quite far behind, as you can see he's really far behind, especially with the Demon Hunter level 6, Keeper doesn't really make up for it at this point. Also, especially with the Scourge Bone Chimes, Lawliet's playstyle is even stronger, because he's just getting mass bears. And he's really abusing that. One way to get back into a game where you are behind is Zeppelin laming. The question is, can he do it in time? There's no TP for Lawliet. Triple Circlet is really good, keeps his Demon Hunter alive quite well. He has his own Zeppelin and is in Foggy's base as well, and he has a lot more bears to kill that base. But Foggy is here faster, Foggy's in a better position, drops all of his units immediately by individually clicking them instead of using the unload function, because that is a lot slower actually. There's the Roar, goes through Tree of Eternity, and Foggy's a lot faster, because Lawliet can't really get in here, it takes too much time to load into a Zeppelin and get everything down. He has no TP, so this is a base trade scenario at this point. Foggy, being quite far behind, finds a way to come back into this game, expands it already, he knows it's a base trade scenario, he wants to pick off all the wisps that he can get, and Lawliet only has 2 wisps left, 1 wisp in fact, and this 1 wisp is up here. Foggy still has a lot more wisp, but most of them are in base as well. This one can escape, this one is still in here as well, I guess. And this is a full-on base trade scenario now. Foggy just didn't want to take the strata fight. And Foggy can still TP if he wants to. Although I don't think he does. He staffed his Demon Hunter to help defend a little bit. To actually get rid of the Wisp here. He wants to kill this Wisp with any means necessary. The Wisp gets staffed, but where is it now? There's the Wisp, it actually got staffed to a really convenient Moonbell. The Dryad will still get it though, it will slow it down. Foggy's Demon Hunter used the TP to try to get out of here, didn't quite get it though. He has to somehow get out of here. Zeppelin is not on its way yet. Keeper, there's no point in staffing the Demon Hunter out of there. Will maybe get his Demon Hunter out of here by rooting up the tree, doesn't quite get it though. And he will actually lose his Demon Hunter. He should have pulled his Zeppelin over there right away earlier already. Where's his Zeppelin actually? Did he lose it? It seems like Foggy actually lost his Zeppelin. Loses his Demon Hunter, gets the Wisps to detonate. And the one crucial Wisp of Lawliet just died to the Demon Hunter in the middle. Foggy had enough resources to still get his Demon Hunter back at the tavern, so he can use Rejuvenation. And he has 1 Tree of Life coming up here, another Tree of Life coming up here. Lawliet won't be able to do this in time. He has a level 6 Demon Hunter, but at this point it doesn't do enough. Maybe he can actually just go down here. Beautifully done by Lawliet! He picks everything up in the Zeppelin, staffs the Zeppelin, and before it actually gets staffed, he loads his Demon Hunter in here as well. With the level 6 Demon Hunter, with that ultimate, he will be able to defend this while being able to pick off the remaining buildings with the rest of his units. Sonic already calling him cheater. I mean, it's kind of an abuse, like glitching units out of the round with Windwalk, I guess. But it's actually something you can do. Honestly, I tried it myself at some point with the human staff, never got it after a few attempts. Well, I didn't really try it so much, I guess. But he basically loaded 7 bears into the Zeppelin, then staffs the Zeppelin with his Demon Hunter, and before it actually gets staffed, there's a little timing window where he can load his Demon Hunter in there to get him staffed together with the Zeppelin. So it's basically an 8-man TP. Without actually using TP, but you just use the Knight of Staff. Which is quite crazy. Foggy now wants to try to pick up some units. He knows that he cannot do this here. It's only the last 3 buildings left. If Foggy actually wouldn't have bought back his Demon Hunter, he could have gone for Sappers and just Sapper the hell out of this. Although, another thing is, he was probably gonna get supply blocked too early for that. But there's the level 6 Demon Hunter. He's killing bears left, right and center now. And Foggy's losing a lot. He still has this one coming up though, and I'm not sure if Lawliet knows about it. But Foggy doesn't have enough anymore to kill those buildings. What Foggy basically needs is this economy to get running, get Moonwells, and then buy Sappers. But he cannot do that, he's too heavily supply blocked. He's gonna lose some bears, but as long as both of his heroes are alive, he won't be able to build Wisps anyway. So no Moonwells, permanent supply block. He has to somehow kill these buildings, but he will not be able to do so. Surround on the Keeper, he will not be able to get saved in time. Keeper is instantly dead. With 3 attack upgrades and Roar, the 74 damage. He is able to pick that off. But Foggy actually, he doesn't need a Moonwell. He has the Invis Potion, he can buy 1 Sapper. He doesn't need the Moonwell because he has 2 trees of life. He can still hide this one. Demon Hunter ultimate is over. But 1 Sapper is not enough. 1 Sapper can kill this Moonwell and this Hunter Soul almost. But Lawliet really, he just moves around the map with some of the units he has. Searches for a Tree of Life while keeping Foggy. He can buy 2 Sappers! He sold enough items but gets 1 Sapper killed. No way. That would have been beautiful play by Foggy. Gets the other Sapper killed. He couldn't get through the bears were blocking too much and it is GG. That would have been so awesome if he would have still been able to suicide into there and get those remaining buildings. Doesn't quite get it though. It's too easy to kill the Sappers for the bears and they block too much. Beautifully done by Lawliet.